Okay, now let's get started, everyone, to our major story of the day. The president, though, leads the government and heads the nation. But is he answerable to the people? Absolutely, yes. The Not Too Young to Run group has issued him an 8-day ultimatum to give his assent to the age reduction bill, which they say has been at his desk for the past 2 weeks. The convener of the group, Samson Itodo, stated the use of the press conference held by the strategic team of the group in Abuja. The group believes that a delay in the assent could rob many young politicians of the opportunity to contest in the 2019 elections. Well then, let's get the conversation started, everyone. In Abuja studio, we have the President Advisor on National Assembly Matters. We have Senator Enang, and just beside him is the convener of the Not Too Young to Run, Samson Itodo. And from London, it's political analyst, Kaode Ogundamisi. Let's begin in Abuja. You've given, and I will begin with you, Samson, you've given the president a 8-day ultimatum. A lot of people will say, why giving the president ultimatum? That has been on this table. Where exactly are your fears? Do you think that the president may not sign the bill?
Well, thank you very much, Sharon. We are very optimistic that the president will assent to the Not Too Young to Run bill because he's the president of Nigeria, and the entire country have agreed, and there's a consensus that we are at a point in our political history where our constitution needs to reduce the age for running for office to create more space for young people who have competence, who have character to contribute to national development. And this has been demonstrated by the manner which the National Assembly voted, and both chambers of the House passed the bill in July last year. And then over 30 state houses of assembly voted in support of the amendment. And so the entire country, we can say with all confidence, have agreed that we are at a point where young people need to be given more space in the political process. And we expect that the president will assent. We received assurances that he is going to assent. But we are very, very concerned with the delay of the assent to the constitutional amendment. Sharon, we're about 270 days to the 2019 general elections. As you can see, the frenzy of elections is everywhere. It does appear that elections are going to hold tomorrow. But it's quite disappointing that up till this moment, we still have our electoral laws and our constitution yet to be passed into law. And that, to a great extent, jeopardizes the interest of young people, even citizens, and to a great extent has potential to undermine the integrity of the 2019 elections. And so we expect that for a president who claims to believe in young people, who have spoken for youth rights, should have expeditiously assented to this very, very important bill that enjoys wide support of Nigerians whom he represents.
All right, let's ask, since we have the president's advisor on that kind of issue here, and the reason why we've invited him is based on this, so they can give us response to this. Has the president received the bill from the National Assembly, and why is it been delayed for assent of the president?
Thank you very much. Let me confirm first that the bill was received some very few days ago. But the most important thing is for us to confirm that the president has received about 11 or so bills from the National Assembly. And the bill amending the age qualification for contesting election is one of the 11 bills. And I want to also confirm that, as has been admitted by my colleague and friend, the convener, that Mr. President is very, very interested in the young people of this country. He loves them. He shows them, he gives them a lot of opportunity. He relies on them, and he works with them. And I want to say that the president realizes, and even in his first election, the president did count more on the support of the young people. And of course, the age, we have also considered, Mr. President has also considered that, look, there is no age that somebody is not mature enough after 2024, 25 to hold public office or to put himself up to be considered for public office. But when you receive a bill, when the president or the governor receives a bill, he has to look at the bill. He has to look at the processes of passage. If it is a bill to amend an ordinary law, an act of the National Assembly, or a law of the State House of Assembly, you can simply send it to the ministers that are responsible or the responsible desk officers. But if you receive a constitution amendment bill, you must take extra processes so that extra steps of caution and follow the internal due process, what we call in the presidency, standard operating procedure in considering any matter. Now, the Constitution Section 9, or relating to the amendment of Constitution, says that the Constitution, before it can stand amended, must be passed by 2/3 of the votes of the members. 1. 2. It must receive the consideration of the 2/3 of the houses of assembly in the country. Now, when the president receives a bill amending the Constitution, he will not only rely on the 2/3 amendment of the Constitution, he may have to seek, and using his internal not too loud processes, to confirm, 1, has the bill been properly passed? Yes, that is confirmed by the signature of the clerk of the National Assembly. Again, has the bill received 2/3 of the support of, has received the support of 2/3 of the members of the houses of assembly in the state?
Senator Enang, sorry, I do appreciate the process that you're explaining to us, but the fear here is whether or not the president will sign it. Do you think the president will sign that bill into law?
The president's assent to the bill is confirmed when he signs the bill. The president is at this time considering the bill, and it will be inappropriate, even if I know, like I know Mr. President is favorably disposed to matters affecting the youth. It is not appropriate for me to say that, to answer that here. Because
all right. Okay, so let me allow Samson to come in here.
I want to give assurance. I want to give assurance that the president will give favorable consideration.
Okay, all right. Samson, if I may quickly ask you here. Okay, Senator, let me quickly allow Samson, because they've given the president ultimatum 8 days to the 29th of May. That's the Democracy Day. Should the president decide not to assent to that bill, and should the president not decide not to give a favorable consideration to the bill like you wanted, what would your group do?
The political suicide not to assent to the Not Too Young to Run bill. And the movement have held the position that if you want the youth vote in 2019, or you want young people to support you, this is one demand they have made. And why May 29? May 29th is Democracy Day. It's a symbol of democracy for us. And a lot of young people, through Not Too Young to Run, have demonstrated faith in our democracy. And we expect that the president will give Nigerian youth and citizens across the world a democracy gift by assenting to the Not Too Young to Run bill. In 2016, on May 26th, that was when the House of Reps first passed this bill. And that was a democracy gift that the National Assembly gave to young people. This is another opportunity for the president to match his words with action by assenting to the bill. It's not too much to ask. And so we must make the point that this isn't about just assenting to the bill to create space for young people. It's about a renewal of faith in our democracy.
Okay, Samson, sorry, we need to take a breather, Samson. Just a moment. When we come back, there are more issues to talk about. The issues of the budget is there, and the controversies in the APC. Political analyst Kaude Ogunamisi standing by in London. Samson Itodo in our Abuja studio, and Senator Enang. My panel tonight will be discussing more issues after this break. Join us again, everyone.